Well, we are talking family and food. It's the two main concepts behind a local restaurant right here in the Valley.
It's called Word of Mouth Grill, and it's become a favorite spot for a lot of folks over the years. And it's one of Jamie's local loves. She is live in Tempe near Elliott and McClintock.
Hey guys, well, you gotta love when you pull into the parking lot and you smell that smoker going. Look at the board here. Everything looks delicious. Brisket, hot link, pulled pork, pork belly, rib tips. This is all a hard yes from me. And guess what? We have most of it out here for you right now. Demetrius Mikkel is the owner of Word of Mouth Grill. He's been in business here at this location for 2 years. But you weren't always barbecuing full time. Tell me about your past and how you got the restaurant.
Well, first off, I was born in Boston, Massachusetts, and I left when I was real young. Moved to the West Coast, moved to Arizona when I was like 15 years old, and I couldn't find food that tastes kind of like home.
Yeah.
So I started cooking on my own at 15, grilling and so forth and so on. Friends of ours, from high school would come over, we'd have weekend parties where we just grill a lot. Ended up moving to Phoenix, and I was working, odd and end jobs, like doing like collections and so forth and so on. And then, 11 years ago, I was working at Ditech.
With a mortgage company?
Yes.
So mortgages to barbecue?
Yes.
Okay, 2 years, that means you did your second year in business during a global pandemic. Tell me about opening the restaurant and making it through that time.
So when we opened up, it was just before the pandemic.
Yeah.
So we were a little nervous, but then the neighborhood around us really supported us really well. They got on their social media and they were telling everyone and promoting us and letting everyone know to save us because we're a good restaurant. So we had a lot of people buying a lot of gift cards and buying food in bulk and everything, which carried us through. And then we just finished our second year, February 1st.
And you also got some special help. So let's bring in your son, Giovanni. He moved to town, correct, for this role to help you out? Giovanni, where'd you move from and what has it been like working with Pops here?
It's been amazing. I mean, him and I, we started this a long time ago when he was doing catering. It's when I was in high school, and so I was helping him. After football practice, he would always be showing me how to cook, and I would always pay attention. More so because he'd always make me pay attention.
Yeah.
But it was something that I always wanted to learn, and so I helped them open this restaurant. And I had an opportunity to move to Houston to gain more experience.
Yeah.
And so I chose to do so. Learned a lot from the company that I worked out there. And I felt like the opportunity I had to come back was available, especially during the pandemic.
Yeah.
And so I jumped on that opportunity, came back, and been amazing to be back here for this journey and to help it grow.
We have been showing you a lot of the food. We have not had time to talk about it yet, but someone's already got a full plateful. The mayor of Tempe is here. What are you doing here?
Well, first of all, Word of Mouth is the best barbecue place, frankly, in the entire city of Tempe and in the entire region. So from my perspective, I had to come out bright and early when I found out you were going to be here. They were going to be preparing food to come enjoy some of the specialties here. We've got chicken wings here and the Alabama white sauce and some hot sauce. We also have sweet potato pie and their famous fresh berry tart. So,
you guys have a great spokesman in the mayor there. Thank you, Mayor. He eats here all the time, he says. As I grab the mic, you grab the wings. I'm going to eye the food because we're going to talk about all the delicious things that you can get here when I see you again in the next hour. And I won't guarantee there won't be barbecue on this mask when I see you again.
All over a smiley face mask, I'm sure. Thanks, Jamie.
But Scott loves his meats. Oh, look, right on time.
Oh, yummy.
The brisket, almost done for you, Scotty. It is on the grill, and the smoker, I should say. I want to introduce you to this father and son team. Mom Jackie is here as well. Demetrius and Giovanni. Tell me a little bit, first of all, Demetrius, about this smoker. What's happening here? How long have things been cooking in here?
Well, usually I get up early in the morning and I have things cooking like pretty much all day. I've had this smoker since we opened, like 2 years. I started off with a smaller one when we were doing catering.
And then you grew to this bigger space. And tell me about, do you want me to open this again? Do you want another look in here, Arnold? I didn't know. Tell me about the passion behind this project. You started this, you were 1 year old when the pandemic hit.
Yeah, we started off the restaurant just before the pandemic.
Yeah.
And it was kind of tough to figure out like what we were going to do when they had people not coming in. So what we do, we get a lot of takeout. and a lot of people would, you know, take out food and they would go and they would eat it in the parking lot. So I came up with an idea, like, well, while they're eating in the parking lot, why don't I just show them a movie for them? So on Saturdays, what I would do, I would show a kids movie out on a patio. I had a 120-foot, screen, and then I had a projector, and then I'd have, you know, families would come out, bring their kids and everything like that, and it ended up being really, really good. So every Saturday we were packed, you know, with kids coming out with their families and stuff like that, eating and watching a movie.
And then in August, you brought home your secret weapon.
Which
Your
is my
son,
son.
Giovan, he went to, where'd you go to school, Giovan?
I went to school at the University of Arizona.
And,
And then I did some training in Houston under Landry's Corporation.
but you went to school at Marcos Deniza, down
Oh,
the
and yes, I went to high school right out here in Marcos Deniza, which is right up the street from this restaurant.
So moving back home to this community that you grew up in,
Absolutely.
what has that felt like for you and working with the fam?
It's been lovely. First, it's been a warm welcome that I've received from not only my friends, my family, but the local community behind. What is amazing about this location for us specifically is since I did go up the street in high school there and grew up in this area, everyone around here knows us. And so when the pandemic hit, even though I was in Houston initially, I'd receive tons of text messages and pictures of everybody coming in and supporting. And it's been wonderful to be able to be back and be a part of that process here.
I know the people are listening to you, but they're staring at their
Yes,
food.
they
They might
are.
be distracted. Tell me what they are seeing here.
So what we have obviously is our St. Louis baby back style ribs. It's going to be one of our more popular items that we sell here. We can do those dry rub or with sauce on, like you see. Right above those, we have some lovely desserts. We have a triple berry tart, which is delicious. And then we have our smoked sweet potato pie there. And the reason I say smoked is what makes this different is my father smokes the sweet potatoes initially on the grill, and then we make our sweet potato recipe after that. So you get a hint of delicious smokiness flavor in there as well.
What's happening with the wings? Because there's a lot of
Yes,
color.
there is a lot of color. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Color is beautiful. A lot of people are just used to just bland, boring wings. We have these wings which are called tiger style. They really bring the eye of the tiger to you. What it is our Alabama white sauce, which is a mayo base. It's creamy, it's tangy, has a lot of delicious flavor, and then we stripe it with our buffalo hot sauce just to give it a little tang.
And then you also have your own sauces that
Yeah,
you can
of
buy
course.
here as well.
Absolutely.
Demetrius and Giovan. Mom, Jackie, she's around here too.
She's
I want to make
hiding
sure she
somewhere.
gets a shout out. But I know you guys are wondering, what time is lunch? What time you open? Well, they open at noon, and I got to tell you, it's a good day when in between live shots, I get to sit down and have some brisket, and it was chef's kiss,
I'll
my friend.
bet. I can smell
I'll
it
make
from
sure
here.
to stop by and see our friends here.
That is a
totally.
good day. Thanks, Jamie.
Love that. Jamie, thanks.
Or she should thank us for that day she's just had, right?
Thank you.
Thanks, bosses.